I've got some really nice, interesting stories which even the locals don't know about. So follow me. I'm going into the village now, Flamborough, and I'm going to tell you some things which people don't know. Some interesting stories, superstition, smuggling stories, pirates, you name it. I'm going to tell you it. They're in this village, so let's go. Now there's a lot of superstitions go on with Flamborough as well. They've always had superstitions of fishermen. One of them is, there's a lot of crab pots around here. There's buoys on top where they go to pick them up every day. Basically they're not allowed to say, right, we're going to now get the last crab pot. You cannot say the word last. They would always say, I'm off to get the end crab pot. So the word last was not allowed. If a boat went out and someone said the word pig, rabbit or hare, fishermen would turn around, go back home and refuse to go to sea. And they even did that as recently as the 1940s. How unbelievable. Superstition, guys. Never goes away, does it? It was July 1868. Now, two guys left Hull, which is quite a long way down the coast, and they came up here on a boat to go shooting. They were coming up to shoot seabirds. They was coming up here in a boat, and one of them, his gun got jammed, and as he was trying to fix it, shot the other one in the thigh by accident. Now, he got him ashore. They put him, this is where they came ashore, this is the actual beach they came ashore on. They put him on a cart, a horse cart, and took him to Bridlington, which is 4 miles away, and he was seen to, and he was sorted out. He left hospital obviously with a bad limp. But the most interesting thing is this guy is one of the top suspects of being Jack the Ripper. How amazing is that? Now, people who have really looked into this and found out that this guy is called Stevenson, found out that this guy had this accident, they're now saying that he can't have been Jack the Ripper because he wouldn't have been, he'd have been too disabled to run away from his victims. He'd have had a serious limp. So yes, Jack the Ripper. Did Jack the Ripper land on this shore with a bullet in his thigh? True story. 1868, Robert Stevenson. That's a fact. Not a lot of people know that I know that, but I do know that. February 2009, very recently, 4 years ago, there was a plague of rats in my village. Can you believe that? A plague of rats. Is this true? Basically, what they're saying is it was a very wet winter, and the farmer couldn't harvest all his crop. He had to leave it at the side of the road, and he never got around to collecting it because of the weather. Now, they're saying that attracted rats, and they came all the way up here. There were rat holes seen in the grass verges all the way along. They were going up to people's houses and taking food from the bird tables, and there were thousands of them. A proper plague of rats. No, I haven't seen any yet. I'm hoping it was just a one-off, but yeah, is that true or is it not? It's true, I'm telling you, it's true, I don't lie. Now, arguably, the most famous American ship of all time is the Bonhomme Richard. It was a French ship, and the captain of the ship was John Paul Jones, an American. Now, the American and French were at war with England. It was 1779. Now, there was a big battle went on here with the English and this ship, Bonhomme Richard. Now, John Paul Jones won the battle, the Americans won, but his ship did sink. It sank just off here, and nobody knows where it is. They haven't been able to find it. But apparently the battle could be seen from on top of the cliffs here. So it's only out there somewhere, you've just got to find it. Lots of people have tried, but they haven't found it as yet. They do say if this ship is found, it is going to be as famous as finding the Titanic. That's how much it means to the Americans. And he was quite well known for a certain saying, was this John Paul Jones, as some of you Americans might know from your history. He said, he was asked by the English, basically in modern terms what he was saying is, come on then if you think you're hard enough. And in reply, John Paul Jones said, I have not yet begun to fight. So there you go, that's your American history, and it's all true. Not a lot of people know that I know that, but I do know that. It's true. Well, I hope you can hear me okay next to the tide. This is as far in as it comes just about. It's going to start going out now. Right, this little beauty, Robin Lythe's Hole, that cave there. Basically there was a smuggler called Robin Lythe, and they say that he got trapped in there. The tide came in. You've got to be very careful, you've got to make sure you're not on the beach when the tide comes in or you get trapped. So many people have to be rescued by the lifeboats people, it's unbelievable. And yeah, he got trapped in there, did this smuggler, and he had to climb on a rock to keep himself safe until the tide went back out again. Now, there is a story that it's haunted. It's supposed to be haunted by a smuggler. Apparently, it can be seen in there unloading a boat full of contraband goods. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But that's what they say. Robert Lythe, is it his ghost? Ooh. Right, here is the Rose and Crown. Now the Rose and Crown, there used to be a lady there by the way, in 1733. She'd buy a newspaper, and this is where the fishermen had come back and they'd all go in that pub. And she'd hire it out for 1 hour, charge everyone half-a-pence for 1 hour of the use of a paper. How cool's that? Also in the Rose and Crown, in 1844 the landlord was known for, he was one of the smugglers basically, and they used to fill the cellar with all the stuff they used to smuggle in. And if he ever got seen, which he did on a few occasions, he'd basically pull the people aside who saw him, say look, say anything and you're dead. But if you keep quiet, I'll leave something nice on your doorstep. So he did. The story goes that there's something around here, some things called the Flamborough trolls. Some really ugly, horrid monsters. And what they do, they travel all around England and they give hugs to everybody and bring joy and happiness to everybody. It's completely true, you know. The Flamborough trolls. Back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was something going on around here called climbing. And what it was, basically you had guys come up here with ropes and baskets and they'd go down these cliffs collecting bird eggs. Because there's some quite rare birds come around here. Now these eggs, they used to collect about 400 on one hunt, and they'd sell them for, in today's money, £1,600. That's a lot of money. It's illegal now, you can't do it now. But wow, that's, what a job that is, eh? But yeah, that is entirely true, that's completely true. I'm not lying. No, I'm not lying. Now this is called Flamborough Castle. Well, it wasn't actually a castle, it was a fortified manor house from 1351. How old is that, eh? That's all what remains of it. But look at all the bumps in the field. God, I'd love to metal detect in there. But that's one place out of bounds, unfortunately. In the distance, way over yonder, look, you see the trees there. Now they go from one coast right to the other coast. And Basically, it's just one big long strip of woodland. Now, in the Iron Age, apparently they tried to split Flamborough from the rest of mainland England because we protrude into the sea. It's like a, I don't know what the word is for it, but we're like a spike sticking out of the rest of England. And they tried to cut across it, let the water through and turn it into an island, but it never happened, and now it's just a big strip of trees. Now, the reason it's called Flamborough, they say, is because it's from a Viking word which is flame, and flame basically means arrow, and it's because of the shape of this part of England which sticks out into the sea. The very end is called Flamborough Head, so basically it's meaning arrowhead, because that's what it looks like. There you go, more interesting stuff. And that's what the tower would have looked like, they think, back in 1326. So it's nothing special, is it? And here is a map of Flamborough, as you can see. You can see the arrowhead shape, can't you? And at the moment, where are we? Oh, just there somewhere. As you can see, that's Danes Dyke, that's the trees I was talking about which go from one end to the other, where they tried to cut it off from the rest of England. Why they did that, I don't know. Maybe to make it safer from enemies, I don't know. Now, smuggling was a big thing in Flamborough, very big thing, for I believe hundreds of years. And what they'd do, the ladies of the house, when the customs people came to search the houses for things they shouldn't have, the women would sit on the doorsteps with bottles, with kegs of brandy up the skirts. They'd hide it under the big skirts whilst they were knitting, sat on the doorstep so the customs people couldn't find it. It's true, is that? I was talking to Jackie Smith. I don't know if you know Jackie Smith or Jackie Smith and Jet Ski John 2006 off YouTube. I was speaking to Jackie's dad the other day, and he said on this particular beach, North Landing, on average 3 gold coins get washed up every year, because obviously there was a shipwreck. There's hundreds, by the way, there's hundreds of shipwrecks here. There's 2 lighthouses. It's notorious for people crashing into the cliffs over the years. And yes, one of these ships contained gold coins, and on average 4 are found on this beach every year. I've metal detected it once, but my plans are to start doing it more regularly, because I want one of them coins. That could be quite exciting. As you can see, there's only 4 boats here now. Sorry, 5, there's one hidden behind the other. 5 boats here now. Now, in 1910, there were 70 boats used to come from here. This is the North Landing of Flamborough. 70 boats used to come down here every day to go out fishing. Now, then in 1959, there was only 7 boats. There was 210 fishermen in 1910, there was only 20 in 1959. And I can update that for 2013. I've only ever seen these 2 boats going out and 4 guys. So 2 boats, 4 fishermen. It's in decline, it's in serious decline. We need more fish. We need loads of fish, we need loads of people to eat fish and chips. And then we can have loads more boats here and get some nice pretty pictures.